Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to host your project that uses Onboardbase as a secret manager on Netlify. So we are going to be hosting your project on Netlify, and lastly we are going to integrate Onboardbase into that Netlify project. So stay with me and let's dive right into it. Alright, here you can see I've already created my Next.js project, and this is a basic project I generated using the Obbkit CLI. So for you to generate this type of project, you can actually use the Obbkit CLI to generate this project with Onboardbase already configured in it. So you can see the configurations from the Obbkit CLI. And also you can see my server is already running. And once I head back to the pages and I head over to the index.js, you can see I've already added this console.log process.env, then next public key. So let me show you where this next public key is coming from. So I've already created my project on Onboardbase. So this is Blockboard, and this is the project we are actually using. So you can see this is the next public key I added. So here I am actually using the console.log to print it out, right? So yeah, so everything looks fine. You don't know how to do this, you can actually generate this basic project using the Obbkit CLI and you will get all this. So the only thing you need to do is to actually log in, so which I have done. So you have to log in into your CLI. So using the Onboardbase, the npm run Onboardbase, you can log in and set up your project, which I have done. And also you can check out our past videos on how to set up your basic project. All right, so once I open my server and actually open it in my browser, right, so this should be this, right? Copy this. So once I copy that and actually paste it in here, you actually see that it's going to just load a basic Next.js project. So the only difference I was made with Obbkit CLI is actually the configurations, the Onboardbase configuration is made. So once I say Ctrl Shift I to check my console to see what I actually ran console.log for, you're actually going to find it there. So you can see testing key, which is the value, right? So once I head back to my Onboardbase dashboard, and you can see we actually used the next public key. So once I check back to so once I head back here, you can actually see I said next public key, and also this is next public key. So once I check the value, I can actually see the value here because I'm the admin. So testing key, and also you can see here in my console as testing key the output. So this is basically how everything looks at the moment, and this is what we are going to be hosting, right? So all right, so I can also add another one to show you. So once I see and actually paste it there, so it's actually be next public new, which is the second value on our dashboard. So you can see next public new. So once I head back to my VS code and change this to next public new, right? So the next thing I'll need to do here is to actually rerun the dev command. So once you rerun the dev command, it's actually going to inject this new secret over here, right? So I can save this. So once I save and try to, so once we wait for it to compile, so compile client server, so now I can head back to this place and actually run. So you can see it said testing key testing. So this is the new value it actually added. So once I head back to my dashboard and check the value of the next public new, you can actually see that the value here is testing and everything is working locally fine. Yeah. So the next thing we need to do now is to actually push the changes we made to our GitHub. So once I save and everything looks good. And once I kill the server to see if I have any changes that I need to push, right? So CLS, and I can quickly expand this. So I can just say git status. So once I see git status, you can see the changes I actually made. So let me quickly commit this. Right. So I'll quickly push. I'll just say new and actually run git push to push the changes. So once we are able to push the changes we made, we are done with the local setup. So all this looks fine. Now we need to deploy it on Netlify. So the next thing we need to do actually is to head over to Netlify. So this is the repository block board. So you can actually see this is my repository. Once I reload, I'll actually see the changes that I pushed. Yep, so 41 seconds ago, and this is the changes I pushed, right? So now once I head over to Netlify, I believe you already have your account. So now you can now import from Git. So select GitHub. So depending on where you have your project. So I have my project on GitHub. So if you have on GitLab, you can also select GitLab. And here it actually pops up a new window. So let's wait for the window to load and authorize. So yeah, I've authorized my page, and the name of the project here is Blockboard, right? So once I head back and search for Blockboard, right? So Blockboard, and let's see the output, right? So this is Blockboard, and I can integrate it. So let's wait for it to display the information. I hope you can see this well. So here you go, and you can now run deploy site. So we would need to deploy the site first on Netlify before we can integrate Onboardbase. So we're going to head over to that soon. Now let's wait for it to build, and once it deploys, I'll actually show you the output. So you can also check the progress here. So you can check the progress, and you can see this is the progress. Here you go, the site is live, and we can now preview the site actually. So once I click on the preview button, it will actually take me to the site. And here you can see this is my site. This is my basic Nest.js project I created, but this has been hosted on Netlify. So let's check our console to see if those secrets we added, actually you can see it says undefined. So now we need to integrate Onboardbase into this project to be able to get those outputs. So now once you head back to your project, now you can actually head over to your project, and okay, so once you head back to your project here, you can head over to the integrations tab to make sure you are in your Blockboard project on Onboardbase. Then you click on add integration. So once you click on add integration, you will need to locate Netlify. So this is Netlify. I can now click on add. So it said, so this is my account, and I can click on it, and you can see this is the project. This is the exact project. So once you check the name, this is the name, and you can see this is the exact project. So I can select that project. So it said select an environment, and I can select development or production. So you can create a new one, but I'll be using the development for now. So it said replace. Okay, these are the options you have. So I'll leave it at replace to proceed. So now you have integrated Onboardbase into that Netlify project. So you need to head back to so then you need to head back to your Netlify dashboard, and you actually need to trigger a new deploy so that it will build that secret from Onboardbase. All right, so deploy site, and it will actually trigger a new deploy, and once it is live, you're going to see everything. All right, our site has been deployed with Onboardbase integrated into the project. So now you need to click on open production deploy. So once you click on open production deploy, you're going to actually see the same project. Nothing actually changed, but we integrated Onboardbase into this project, right? So now once I check my console for the output, you actually find those secrets here. So you can see testing key and testing. And this is how you are going to integrate Onboardbase into your Netlify project. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and bye.